I made a video a couple of days ago that went pretty viral and was pretty popular on both my TikTok page and my YouTube page. People leaving hundreds of comments. Well, this one comment on my TikTok page says my coworker was at home with two small children while her husband toured with a band. She had to work overtime to pay his hotel bills. The audacity. Where do they get it from? The entitlement. And ladies, yes, we have got to stop agreeing to do such things. Anyways, I got another story time that came from this post. So I do want to explore this story time. This woman says, true story, my ex-husband bought an RV. We both worked from home. He took the RV and went to a different state for over a month. He came back expecting everything to be okay. I told him we were divorcing. Okay, so I saw that comment and I said that there is a story time. How did he react to her saying that she wants a divorce? Okay, so this is what she says. She says, at first he agreed. We lived in North Carolina and he took the RV and went to Virginia for a month. After I told him we were divorcing, I packed my things and moved back to Alabama to be with my family because I had no reason to stay in North Carolina. After I got to Alabama, he called trying to convince me to come back home. I refused. He was afraid that I would take half of his money. I really didn't care. I just wanted to move on with my life because I was so sick of the marriage. I told him if he was so concerned about his money, then he could file an uncontested divorce and I'll sign it. It took almost a year because he was dragging it out. He had relocated to New York and was sending me pictures of all the beautiful condo that he bought in order to try to persuade me to come back to the marriage. At that point, I told him that I was just going to file for the divorce myself. Next thing you know, I'm being served. I never signed a document so fast in my life. Side note, when we first got married, he had large business debt. We both earned six figures. We were able to work together to pay off his debt. My credit wasn't the best at the time, so we worked on my credit as well. After about 2 years, we both had credit scores in the high 700s. We had a nice savings account as well. He asked that we both stop contributing to our 401ks because he thought taking care of our retirement outside of our jobs was best via an investment banker. Well, about a year later, I checked the mailbox and guess what was there? His 401k statement. He was still contributing. I was pissed. To add insult to injury, he asked me to sign a post-nuptial agreement. Of course, I told him to go to hell. He was extremely verbally, mentally, and emotionally abusive. I had been drained of my energy and was suffering from depression. My biggest regret was not taking my half. He wouldn't have been able to accomplish so much without my contributions. I also wish I would have filed the divorce myself because I feel like I gave away my power. I gave away my power in the situation. I vowed to never help another man again because he made out like a fat rat. A nice savings account, a paid off car, and an RV. I left with my peace. He did call me the week after the divorce was finalized and said he lost his job. Not sure how he made out because I blocked him and haven't spoken to him since. She says, we were married 7 years and we were child free by choice. So there are a few missteps in here that we need to go over because this is a cautionary tale. And like she says, she wants me to use this and say that it's a cautionary tale. But there are things in here that we need to discuss. I don't see anything in this in her statement about getting a divorce lawyer. She was going through it mentally and physically and emotionally. She was beat down. So she needed to get a lawyer because she needed to have her financial situation looked at from an outside party who would have her best interest in mind since she wasn't in the right state of mind to do it. She said she basically just signed something over, but she had paid into this. She had paid into this marriage. She helped with his debt. They paid into their savings. They both contributed, but she just signed her part of it away. And when he asked that they stopped contributing to their 401k, that is also that is financial abuse right there, because he wanted to be set up and fine, but he did not want her set up and fine. This is the reason why women, we have got to discuss this stuff more. We've got to have these conversations about being set up, about understanding what's going on in your financial life. Your financial health and well-being depend on it. Your emotional well-being and your physical well-being also depends on your financial well-being. It all works together. Also, this is another woman that is talking about she was building with this man, and look what happened once she did. It's like, we pour into people, and the other half of the equation is just not pouring back. It's just not equal. You have got to be very leery and weary of people who just take, and you have got to get stronger in your own mindset to where you're just you're creating boundaries, and you know that you have to pour into yourself first, no matter what. There's a lot of things in here that we need to continue to discuss, but these cautionary tales are very, very important. So go ahead, drop yours, and then make sure that we keep talking, so that the next woman won't make these same mistakes. Ladies, if you are going through a divorce, please go over to this content creator at she_breadwins. She has different links that you can click on. You can follow her, and you can download the information. You can listen to her videos where she is giving women game. She is dropping game for women as far as what to do in the case of a divorce. Please go over here. If you're on TikTok, follow this woman. If you're on my YouTube page, I'm going to drop a link, and you can come over here yourself and look at her various clickable links. So do that for me if you are going through a divorce or you see one on the horizon and you need to know your next steps.
Every time I get off a call where a woman tells me and recounts how her divorce ended and the settlement that she got versus the settlement her ex-husband got, I usually want to pick up a brick and chuck it at my window. That's how I feel. I feel activated. I feel triggered. I feel angry that this is how it is. This is how it works. And this is how you get screwed. I'm not saying men never get screwed. Don't at me. I don't have space for this today. The bottom line is that if you are going through a divorce right now, you are the decision maker of your life starting now that you're aware that the veil of consciousness has hit you. Your attorney is not the decision maker. The mediator is not the decision maker. Sometimes in your case, the judge will be the decision maker, but most people settle out of court, so that means it's on you. And you know what is so unbelievably unfair is that you don't know how to go through this because no one's coaching you to do this. No one teaches you how to negotiate. I remember the first time I negotiated, I was so scared to tell someone what the price was and then to have an active conversation on what their budget was and all the things. I was so scared to do that. And that was 7 years ago, right? And then to look back at myself when I went through my divorce, and I'm pretty sure I paid back an aunt that we borrowed money from, and we got divorced, and my ex-husband magically had money to go buy another house with a down payment, and I had nothing. I had $9,000 in debt. And I look back at that, and I didn't know what I didn't know, right? But I know now, and I've created things for you. The divorce negotiation cheat sheet is free. Go download it. Take the steps that I tell you. The second thing I created, the divorce negotiation kit. It is so accessible. I created it so that you could go and learn skills of negotiation. I even have a 4-part series negotiation workshop, video workshop in that cheat sheet, or in the kit. I'm sorry, let me repeat that. There's a 4-part video series workshop on how to prepare yourself for mediation in my divorce negotiation kit. It floors me what men are able to get away with when it comes to leaving marriages, because if they just make you scared enough, if they make you fearful enough, if they convince you that they'll give you more of the kids if you don't touch the finances, you know what? That's what people say. They say, don't touch the finances or you will miss your kid. That was said to one of my clients. So yeah, I do get pissed off about that, because women deserve to have both children and access to funds. day, I'm going to be on like CNN, the Drew Barrymore show, the Today Show, as the divorce negotiation lady, and women are going to turn the tides on fairness and in this divorce process. I swear to